A Museum Website Guide at Dmoz-Odp. Chapter 1. Museum Websites. Big Museum Websites at dmoz-odp.org/reference/museum/directories. akt.co.uk/scotland.htm, AK Egyptology, Scottish Egyptology, listing of museums and overview of collections in Scotland. odysseus.culture.gr/h/1/a110.jsp, Archaeological Museums and Collections, Hellenic Ministry of Culture listing. archimuse.com, Archives and Museum Informatics. artcom.com/museums, Artcom Museums Tour, a directory of over 1,700 American museums. censusfinder.com/guide_to_historical_museums.htm, Historical Museums Guide for the United States, directory, organized by state. cosmopolis.ch/museums_worldwide.htm, directory of museums worldwide, links for around the world. coudal.com/moom, Museum of Online Museums, links to online collections and exhibits. dutch-museums.klup.info, Dutch Museums, portal with news, polls, articles, and links to museums on subjects like astronomy, art, archaeology, transport, water, paleontology, history, war and resistance. European Virtual Museum.it, European Virtual Museum, virtual museum born thanks the contribution of the European project Leonardo da Vinci. 9 European museums contribute to this realization. fitzmuseum.cam.ac.uk/er/museum.html, museums with Egyptian collections, web pages dealing with Egyptian collections around the world. h-net.org/local, h-local, list for state and local history and museum studies. Provides subscription details and search pages. irishmuseums.org, Irish Museums Association, voluntary, non-profit organization dedicated to promoting the interests of museums and those who work in them throughout Ireland, both north and south. Includes membership details, directory of museums, listed by county, collection type, and contact information. macedonian-heritage.gr/museums/archaeological_and_byzanti.html, Museums of Macedonia, archaeological and Byzantine, descriptions of archaeological museums located in Macedonia, Greece. museum.ru/mirrors/vlmp/l_vlmpe.asp, Museums of Russia, AM, provides multilingual links to online cultural, historical, and scientific exhibits. Russian and English. Museumland.net, Museumland, a link gallery focusing on museums and cultural heritage. museummarket.com/musestate.htm, Museum Market, searchable guide to museum websites. museumnews.net, Museum News, features articles and updates on museum-related topics worldwide. Includes archives, sources, a search, and email subscription. museumstuff.com, museumstuff.com, searchable database of museum websites and related resources. museumsusa.org/museums, museumsusa, database by museum type, state, zip, or city. neworleansonline.com/neworleans/arts/museums, New Orleans Museums, browse categories of art, history, historic homes, multicultural, nature, religious, Mardi Gras, and family/children's museums. nhliving.com/museums, New Hampshire Museums, guide to institutions from New Hampshire Living magazine. Listings by region include visitor information and links to websites. northeastohiomuseums.org, Northeastern Ohio Inter-Museum Council, guide to museums with maps, brief descriptions, contact information, hours, and links to members' sites. Includes an events calendar. nps.gov/history/museum, Museum Management Program, National Park Service, learn more about the different museums and what they have to offer. Includes database of collections, photo galleries, and details of exhibits. oldhouses.com/historic-house-museums.htm, historic house museums, listing that includes descriptions and links. people.ds.cam.ac.uk/mhe1000/marmis.htm, naval and maritime museums in Britain and Ireland, alphabetical list of about 290 museums and museum ships. railmuseums.com, rail museums, directory of railroad museums from around the world with search engine. sportsmuseums.co.uk, British sports museums, provides links to websites and associated resources and gives a brief introduction to their collections. stepintohistory.com, Step into History, directory of living history and outdoor museums in the United States. ukguide.org/london/museum.html, galleries and museums in London, provides directory of links to galleries, museums, and places preserved for public appreciation, with permanent displays and temporary exhibitions. washingtonpost.com/wp-srv/style/museum/museum-links.htm, washingtonpost.com, museum links, selective 1999 directory of American and international museums. webexhibits.org, Web Exhibits catalog, features exhibits on many subjects and includes brief summaries and online reviews. Museum resource websites at dmoz-odp.org/reference/museum/museum_resources. Subcategories: Art and Antiquities, Theft, Conservation and Preservation, Documentation and Cataloging, Exhibit Resources, Grants and Funding, Intellectual Property Directories, Museum Studies and Training, Organizations. Related categories: Shopping, Visual Arts Museum Stores. AASLH.org, American Association for State and Local History, provides leadership, service, and support for the preservation and interpretation of American state and local history. Accessible.com, Accessible Archives, full-text databases of primary source material of 18th and 19th century periodicals. Appraisers.org, American Society of Appraisers, ASA, one of the leading professional appraising organizations. Architekturstiftung.at, Austrian Architectural Foundation, a national platform of different institutions to increase the public awareness of architecture as an important cultural factor through exhibitions and publications. Located in Vienna. German and English. ArtMuseumNetwork.com, Art Museum Network, a project of the Association of Art Museum Directors. With the XCALENDAR exhibition schedule database. atimes.com/atimes/south_asia/fd16df05.html, Indian art, lost and rarely found, account on the extent of thefts of antiques from museums, and the trade in them. briandebnam.co.uk, Brian Debnam, Arts and Cultural Consultancy, Profile, Projects, Feasibility Studies, Education and Training, Research, News, and Contact Information. ChicagoAppraisers.com, Chicago Appraisers Association, Museum and Charitable Donation Appraisals. city.ac.uk/cpm, Arts Policy and Management, City University, offers a large number of resources and links covering all areas of arts, museum, and heritage policy and management. culture24.org.uk, Culture 24, Stories, Arts and Museum News, Notices, Reviews, Features and Trails, and promotes publicly funded UK museums, galleries, archives, and heritage attractions. Located in Brighton. ecsite.eu, European Network of Science Centres and Museums, ECSITE, European organization representing science centres, museums, and institutes in 25 countries. electronicmuseum.org.uk, Electronic Museum, web resource for technical managers, developers, authors, or any other professionals who are using the web, kiosk or similar technologies in a museum context. estherfitzgerald.com, Esther Fitzgerald Rare Textiles, sourcing of antique textiles for private collectors, museums, and institutions. Services include valuation, conservation, research, and photography. Located in London. Getty.edu/research, Getty Research Institute, features a variety of arts and education programs and tools. Resources include online library, photograph and provenance databases, workshops, and grant information. Globalmuseum.org, Global Museum, an international museum site with stories, employment, and resources for the museum professional and those with an interest in museums. HeritageAreaResources.com, Data Tech, a portal linking to research, funding opportunities, technical, and organizational resources. JohnCronin.ie, John Cronin and Associates, archaeological, conservation, and heritage services to government agencies, local authorities, private developers, and community groups. Staff, consultants, and contact information. Lord.ca, Lord Cultural Resources, international specialists in the planning and management of heritage, culture, and the arts. Articles and information of interest to the museum professional. MCN.edu, Museum Computer Network, dedicated to fostering the cultural aims of museums through the use of computer technologies. Includes online newsletter, special interest group pages, lists of museum websites, a searchable vendor marketplace. museum-employment.com, Museum Employment Resource Center, MERC, features information on resume postings, job announcements, museum studies programs, and conferences. museum-security.org, Museum Security Network, Cultural Property Protection Against Malicious Intent. Museumjobs.com, Museum Jobs, provides online recruitment for museums, galleries, and other cultural organizations. Includes FAQs and contact information. Based in Argyll, Scotland, UK. Museummarket.com, Museum Market, a portal for museum information for museum professionals. Listings for museums, associations, and service providers. Museumsandtheweb.blogspot.com, Museums and the Web, a professional look at Internet initiatives launched by museums worldwide. Museumservices.org, Museum Services, Moving and Transport, Installation, Conservation, Custom and Archival Framing, Climate-Controlled Storage, Exhibit Development, Packing and Crating, and Collection Documentation and Management. Located in Minneapolis, Minnesota. ne-mo.org, Network of European Museum Organizations, NEMO, an independent network providing representation and information for the museum community of Europe. nps.gov/history/NAGPRA, Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, provides full text documents related to the Act under 5 categories: legal mandates, guidance, submissions, notices, and review committee. point2explore.com, Point 2 Explore, touchscreen exhibit games and programs designed for children of all ages, to educate visitors, and to inform. Customizable for theme, content, or venue. Snapdragonworkshops.com, Snapdragon Workshops, specializing in educational workshops within museums, galleries, and outreach to schools and community arts projects. Includes details of programs and links. Based in the United Kingdom. VernerJohnson.com, E. Verner Johnson and Associates, museum architects and planners helping museums plan and design successful buildings. Visitorsstudies.org, Visitor Studies Association, international organization devoted to enhancing and understanding visitor experiences in museums, zoos, science centers, historic sites, aquariums, botanical gardens, nature centers, and interpretive sites. Virtual museum websites at dmoz-odp.org/reference/museum/virtual. Europeana.eu, Europeana, multilingual online collection of millions of digitized items from European museums, libraries, archives, and multimedia collections, with procedures for content providers. jmaw.org, Jewish Museum of the American West, tells the story of how and why Jews were successful in creating the basic foundations of the American Wild West. MuseumOnCommunism.org, the Museum on Communism, dedicated to documenting the grim legacy of global communism. Features various exhibits, victims registry, museum's mission, guide, and FAQ. nationalarchives.gov.uk/museum, treasures from the National Archives, images and articles of items from 1,000 years of British history, from the Magna Carta to Hitler's fake passport, sorted by theme or by date period. Surveyhistory.org, Virtual Museum of Surveying, collection of survey artifacts, early instruments, and historical literature. uaeinteract.com/history/e_muse/m_strt.asp, Virtual Museum of United Arab Emirates History, displaying artifacts such as weapons, jewelry, ceramics, stoneware, toys, fossils, coins, ancient vessels, relics, and tools, with explanatory articles. From UAE Interact. web.japan.org/museum/menu.html, the Virtual Museum of Japanese Arts includes examples and descriptions of several forms of Japanese traditional arts, crafts, and traditions. Museum store websites at dmoz-odp.org/shopping/visual_arts/museum_stores. americanart.si.edu/visit/stores/online, National Museum of American Art Museum Shop, includes art books, children's books, postcards, and a collection CD-ROM featuring over 750 works in the permanent collection. artgallery.nsw.gov.au, Art Gallery of NSW, specializing in art-related books that range from prehistoric to postmodernism, as well as prints, gift items, and DVDs. Includes museum information, research, and events. artinstituteshop.org, Art Institute of Chicago, the museum shop, offering apparel and accessories, books, home furnishings, jewelry, stationery, art from around the world, and special exhibition items. boutiquesdemusées.fr/en les Musées de France, official museum shop of Orsay, Le Louvre, and Versailles, Paris, France. Offers fine art books, jewelry, fashion accessories, posters, and home decoration. British Museum Shop Online.org, the British Museum, features books, replicas, stationery, and jewellery. Includes visitor and membership information. BrooklynMuseum.org, Brooklyn Museum of Art Shop, features museum reproductions, adaptations, and interpretations of objects from the museum's collections. Includes educational and research information, and calendar. CincinnatiArtMuseum.org, Cincinnati Art Museum, features Chem logo merchandise, posters, and publications. ClarkArt.stores.yahoo.net, Clark Art Institute Museum Shop, fine art reproductions, publications, and other merchandise based on the Institute's permanent collection and exhibitions. ClevelandArt.org, the Cleveland Museum of Art, jewelry, decorative accessories, specialty holiday items, stationery, and books. Current and future exhibition information, hours, and a gallery guide. CortezCulturalCenter.org, Cortez Cultural Center, offers Native American art, crafts, jewelry, kachinas, books, sand paintings, music, and videos. Artists include Hopi, Navajo, and Ute Mountain Ute tribes. FarnsworthMuseum.org, Farnsworth Art Museum, reproduction prints focusing on Maine's role in American art, DVDs, and stationery. Provides exhibition and educational information. Guggenheimstore.org, Guggenheim Store, selection of modern and contemporary art books, unique art gifts and objects, contemporary jewelry and apparel. Herd.org, Herd Museum, offers Native American artwork, pottery, books, textiles, and jewelry. Provides volunteer, tour, and exhibit information. HermitagesHop.org, State Hermitage Museum, carries an extensive selection of books, posters, apparel, and home decor items. Janem.org, Japanese American National Museum, offering apparel, toys, jewelry, books, and music. Includes research, exhibits, and an event calendar. leopoldmuseum.org/en/visiting/lm shop, Leopold Museum Shop, general information provided. massmoca.org, Massachusetts Museum of Contemporary Art, MassMoca, offers exhibition-related items, furniture, books, and accessories. Includes gallery information and calendar, and a blog. mcachicagostore.org, Museum of Contemporary Art, Chicago Museum offering artful works, wares, books, and toys plus exhibition catalogs, art videos, CDs and cards. mmoca.org/shop-mmoca/museum-store, Madison Museum of Contemporary Art Museum Store, Contemporary American Craft, Gifts, Jewelry, ebooks, Stationery, and Children's Merchandise. mocastore.org, Moca Store, Contemporary Design Items, Home Accessories, Books, and Art from the Museum of Contemporary Art, Los Angeles. montclairartmuseum.org, Montclair Art Museum, offers a variety of merchandise related to the museum's collections and other examples of American and Native American art. monticello.org, Monticello, a collection of books, gifts, furniture, reproductions, and historic seeds and plants reflecting the interests of Thomas Jefferson. Musee.com, Musee.com, a selected directory of museum stores and shops. museumstour.sfmoma.org, San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, fine selection of modern and contemporary art books, as well as innovative design gifts and objects, apparel, jewelry, posters, and the exclusive line of SFMOMA signature products. Noguchi.org, the Noguchi Museum Store, offers mid-century, modern home furnishings. Includes a-carry lighting, books, video, furniture, and prints. Norton.org, the Norton Museum of Art, items, and reproductions from this Palm Beach, Florida museum. Includes exhibition and employment information. royalacademy.org.uk/?lit=254 $BRWS cat 7, The Royal Academy of Arts Shop, modern art reproductions and books from the museum shop. royalbcmuseum.bc.ca/shop, Royal British Columbia Museum Shop, Victoria, British Columbia, native art and jewelry by artists from the Northwest, including argillite and totem carvings, masks and beadwork. sciencemuseumshop.co.uk, Science Museum Shop, range of gadgets, gizmos, educational toys, games, and puzzles from museum in South Kensington, UK. secure.co.nbio.net/nbm/site/e-commerce?store_id=1161, National Building Museum Shop, offers housewares, personal accessories, green products, and a range of educational toys and games. shop.architecture.org, Chicago Architecture Foundation Archicenter, books, calendars, note cards, home decor, and apparel featuring architecture of Chicago and Frank Lloyd Wright. shop.frederick-remington.org, Frederick Remington Art Museum, canvas, prints, and bronze reproductions, as well as books, cards, and souvenirs. shop.getty.edu, J. Paul Getty Museum, apparel, accessories, books, CDs, and DVDs, jewelry, stationery and items for home and garden. shop.khm.at, Kunsthistorisches Museum Shop, features gifts and educational items inspired by the Habsburg collections in Vienna, as well as items from the Lipizzaner Museum, Museum of Ethnology, and the Museum of Theatre. shop.nga.gov, National Gallery of Art, Gallery Shop, features printed reproductions, stationery, and jewelry based on the permanent collection and exhibitions. A reproduction search feature is also available. shop.nmwa.org, National Museum of Women in the Arts, Museum Store offers an online selection of books, prints, study prints, and gifts. shop.thetalee.org, the Salvador Dali Museum Store, offers a wide selection of Dali books, calendars, clothing, posters, stationery, videos, and other accessories. shop.themodern.org, the Modern Art Museum of Fort Worth, a wide variety of art-related merchandise including posters, books, calendars, and postcards. Shop.vam.ac.uk, Victoria and Albert Museum Shop online, exclusive gifts and books from the Victoria and Albert Museum, inspired by its extensive collections. Includes replicas and reproductions, jewelry, gifts for the home, fashion, books, and exhibition-related merchandise. Shop.walkerart.org, Walker Art Center Shop, featuring artist-designed jewelry, home furnishings, creative toys, Walker exhibition catalogs, and exclusive Walker products. ShopChicagoHistory.com, Chicago History Museum store, books, note cards, posters, toys, apparel, and home decor featuring Chicago's history and the works of Frank Lloyd Wright. ShopDMA.org, Dallas Museum of Art, features jewelry, books, collectibles, and educational items. ShopMuseum.org, Museum of New Mexico Foundation Shops, Santa Fe, New Mexico Folk Arts and Crafts from 4 Santa Fe Museum shops. Featured are Indian art, Hispanic art, books, posters, cards, and the Ilfeld Jewelry Collection. SmithsonianStore.com, the Smithsonian online store, offers reproductions, adaptations, and interpretations of objects from the collections of the Smithsonian Museums and the National Zoological Park. Store.fieldmuseum.org, the Field Museum Store, an array of products relating to natural history and exhibits at the museum in Chicago. Store.metmuseum.org, Metropolitan Museum of Art, fine art gifts reproduced from the collections, books, videos, limited edition prints, and jewelry. Store.moma.org/museum/moma/store catalog display _1_100001_10451_, the MoMA online store, classic modern and cutting-edge design products for adults and kids, including items produced exclusively by the Modern Museum of Art, New York, and items represented in its collection. StormKing.org, Storm King Art Center Museum, offering books and video, as well as sculpture by a variety of artists. Includes exhibition and general information. TheHermitage.com/shop, The Hermitage Museum Store, store at the home of U.S. President Andrew Jackson. All proceeds from the sale of merchandise support the activities and programs of the museum. TheJewishMuseum.org, the Jewish Museum, distinctive ceremonial objects, jewelry, reproductions, and books. Includes exhibition information, hours, and upcoming events. TheMorgan.org, the Morgan Library and Museum, offering a selection of books, cards, and gift items. Includes information on current exhibits, programs, and press information. VanGoghMuseumShop.com, Van Gogh Museum, features a variety of themed items including books, apparel, home decor, as well as reproduction prints. WarholStore.com, the Warhol Store, official store of the Andy Warhol Museum. Offers books, calendars, posters, stationery, and accessories. Whitney.org, Whitney Museum of American Art, offers art books, household objects, stationery, toys, and accessories related to 20th and 21st century American art. Includes exhibition and event information. Arts and Entertainment Museum websites at dmoz-odp.org/reference/museums/arts_and_entertainment. Subcategories: Art museums, Antiquities, Architecture, Crafts, Decorative arts, Film and media, Folk art, Music, Photograph Y, Textile and costume, Theater. Related categories: Shopping, Visual Arts Museum stores. American MuseumOfMagic.org, American Museum of Magic, privately owned collection of items related to the art of magic in Marshall, Michigan. Includes show dates, admission information, and a location map. Bonamuseum.com, Bona Museum and Gallery, collection includes Korean women's personal ornaments and folk art throughout history. Located in Seoul, Korea. EMPmuseum.org, EMP Museum, Seattle, Washington, museum provides a look at exhibits, hours and location, a calendar of events, a newsletter, and membership details. google.com/culturalinstitute/project/art-project, Google Cultural Institute, virtual collections from around the world with artworks photographed in high resolution. Create and share collections of masterpieces. LogicPuzzleMuseum.org, Logic Puzzle Museum, provides hands-on activities in Burlington, Wisconsin. Find details of the collection, hours, events, and driving directions. MadameTussauds.com, Madame Tussauds, provides access to Madame Tussauds London, London Planetarium, and Rock Circus, as well as Madame Tussauds in Europe and the USA. MCNY.org, Museum of the City of New York, exhibitions, collections, public and school programs, images, and shopping. Museo del Limasshare.it, Museum of Mediterranean Masks, presents the collection of series of Sardinian and Mediterranean masks. Located in Mamoita, Sardinia, Italy. MuseumSyndicate.com, Museum Syndicate, experience art and history, featuring collections by artists, country, museum, date, or category. nms.ac.uk, National Museum Scotland, official site of the National Museum of Scotland, National Museum of Flight, National Museum of Rural Life and National War Museum. Includes opening times, an overview of the galleries, events, and directions. Roberson.org, Roberson Museum and Science Center, features 19th and 20th century art, history, folk life, science, and natural history. Includes hours, admission fees, events, programs, membership information, and directions. Located in Binghamton, New York. RussianImperial.tripod.com, Russian Imperial Wax Museum, exhibitions feature more than 500 figures based on different themes including history, movie stars, and the Guinness Book of World Records. Includes hours, admissions, and locations. seeing-stars.com/museums, Hollywood Museums, a guide to the many Los Angeles-based museums related to the motion picture industry and Hollywood celebrities. smb.museum, the National Museums of Berlin, consist of 16 museums, specializing in areas of European and extra-European art, archaeology, and ethnology. Includes details of collections, opening hours, programs, locations, and directions. German and some English. WashingtonPavilion.org, Washington Pavilion of Arts and Science, features exhibits in visual arts, performing arts, and science. Includes hours, descriptions of exhibits, photographs, educational programs, events, and directions. Located in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.